Good morning. Today I'm making some elderberry syrup. Yay for me because it's so good during cold and flu season. And also in the springtime when all the things are blooming and your allergies are acting up or you're having some sinus issues. I started off by using 8 cups of bottled water, or you can boil your own water, let it cool. Add your water into a crock pot. I like to use a crock pot because I can set it on low. And I mix in all these delicious fruits and vegetables. Like I'm using this opal apple that I found in my local grocery store. It was yellow. I've never seen one before. So I decided to try it. It was delicious when I cut one open last night. I have this big navel orange. All this stuff you see in here is the elderberry packet that I bought. I'll show you real soon on how I buy this. I put a navel orange, a brown pear. This is a sweet kumquat. I actually have this tree in my yard, so I put a few in there. And this is a purple grape that is just absolutely sweet as sugar. And as I dig way in the bottom of this, you're just going to love what you see here, I'm sure. This is a carrot, of course. And let me show you something else. These are wonderful blueberries. Oh, there we go. We can see them real good. I like to add quite a few blueberries in here because they're just so good for you. So I think I have that all. You don't have to do this. I like to add all these delicious fruits and carrots and blueberries and things like that. I think it just enhances the flavor of my elderberry syrup. I pre-wash all my things, the night before and let them dry out in my colander, which I have right here. This is actually the elderberry mix that I buy pre-made from a little homeopathic store in my area. And there we go. Let's see, there's my bottled water right there. There it is. I used about 8 cups of water today. These little mixes are really, really great for me because I'm not one to go buy all these ingredients. As you can see here, they have cloves and ginger and cinnamon. I mean, if I was going to mass produce this, yes, I would spend the money and time to go buy all this separately. She actually sells all this separately to where you can buy it in bulk. I'm just making this for my family. So it has the directions right here on the back of what you should do. Add 4 to 5 cups of water and the contents of the package. It also says you can add garlic and lemon peels. I don't add garlic to mine. I've heard that some people do, but I don't. I have been known to add a little bit of red pepper. Yes, I'm from Louisiana. Everything is supposed to have red pepper in it, right? So here I go. I'm just going to cover that right now. The smell is just, it's so fragrant. It's smelling my whole entire house up. So, after that, I leave this actually in the crock pot for 4 to 5 hours. And then this is the heating element at the bottom, this pretty little color right here. But I take this gray crock out and I set it to the side and let that cool. And usually by that time my husband's home from work, thank goodness, because I usually make a big mess doing this by myself because I'm clumsy. But this is an old type strainer. As you can see, it looks like a screen and it's very worn. I've used it forever. I think it was my mom's. And I use a vessel that I can strain everything out in. I lay my cheesecloth all nice and neat. This is not very neat, but I lay my cheesecloth over here. And I start scooping out my big hunks of fruit and squeezing them out and getting all that delicious pulp out of the pear and the apples and lemons and grapes, blueberries, all that kind of things that I put in there. I squeeze them out real good and I just throw that in the garbage. And then I'm ready to strain everything through this cheesecloth. Once I get everything in the cheesecloth, which will have all those delicious, bits of elderberry and herbs and all those things that come in this pre-package, will be setting right here inside of this cheesecloth. And then I will take the cheesecloth and make this ball and just squeeze it as tight as I can and get all that delicious juice out while it's draining out into this vessel, which is an 8-cup measuring cup. You can use a pot or whatever is your fancy. I like to use this. It has a pour spout on it. So I make this for myself. My family likes to drink a little medicine cup in the morning and usually one at night during cold and flu season. And this helps keep us well. And so what can I say? I don't have to take any type of sinus medicine or allergy medicine. I just take this elderberry syrup. What I do is nothing fancy. I usually drink some vitamin water around the house. I like different types of vitamin water, and I save the bottles. I wash them, put them in the dishwasher, put them in a bag and save them. And then right before I'm fixing to make my elderberry syrup, I wash all of them again in the sink, rinse them out real well, let them dry. I have a funnel, and I funnel all my elderberry syrup into these little plastic bottles and put them in my refrigerator. It's very important that you refrigerate elderberry syrup. I do want to tell you one thing about elderberry syrup. Elderberries are bitter, and I like to add local honey. Local honey means that it's just honey that has been produced in your area. It has been around pollinating from all of your trees in your yard or maybe your garden. Anything that's blooming, these bees have been over here, getting all that good pollen, making all this great honey. So I like to add honey into my elderberry syrup after it's made. When I have all my juice into this vessel, I start adding honey and stirring it and tasting it and see when it's, to my taste. I don't like things that are too sweet. So I, with a quart jar of honey, I probably use maybe a half to 3/4. Sometimes, just depending on the fruits that I add in here, it seems like it needs a little bit more honey. It's just to your taste, whether you like things sweet or you don't. Some people add a little bit of honey and stevia. I don't use stevia, but a lot of people do. So anyway, after that's all in there, just remember that after you refrigerate anything with a sweetener, after you refrigerate it, it's going to get sweeter. So when you're tasting it, I let my family taste and, get their opinion on whether it's too sweet or not sweet enough. If it's too sweet, I would probably add a little bit more water. I've bought elderberry syrup pre-made before, and it's very, very thick. I don't know how they get it that thick. I really don't. I don't know what they do to it. I don't know if it's processed in a plant or made in someone's home, but it's usually thicker. Mine is not. Mine is a little thicker than grape juice, not much more. But anyway, that's how I make elderberry syrup. And here I go again, lifting this lid just to get a whiff of this aroma. It smells so good in my kitchen right now. So anyway, I would love for you to try this at home. It's wonderful. It's good for, colds and allergies. I've also heard that it's great for the flu. if you have the flu, instead of buying some expensive medicines, you can just take elderberry syrup 3 times a day. As you can see, I'm not going to tell you that it's anything that the FDA has approved or anything like that. It's just something that we like, and we think that it works. It works for us. I have less colds since I've been taking it. I have less allergy issues. I haven't had the flu in years, so I really can't say if it works. But hey, if you don't have local honey, as you can see on here, add some raw honey. You can buy that at any store. Go to your farmer's market, try to find some honey, and just have a wonderful day. I know I will tonight when we drink our fresh batch of elderberry syrup. This will make several bottles. I keep them in my refrigerator. When I know when someone gets sick, I bring them a bottle. It's perfectly safe for diabetics because it doesn't have anything in it that's sugar based. Diabetics can have raw honey, so or stevia, whatever sweetener you put in here. But anyway, that's how I make my elderberry syrup, and I hope you've enjoyed this today. I can't wait to post this because I think it's such a great thing to do for your family. And when my daughter's here, she enjoys putting all this stuff in. She's 15 and she's real concerned about her health and what goes into her body. So I really love that about her. And I love this elderberry mix. So, as I said, from Louisiana, have a great day. And next time I cook something really fabulous, I'll post it, okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye.